What's up, y'all? So just wanted to make this quick video about my dry fast. So just gonna log it. I'm about 24 hours in currently to a 3+ day dry fast. I'm gonna be going how my body feels. At the 3-day mark, I feel I need to break it, I will break it. If I think I can keep going and feel healthy, I'll keep going. But yeah, this isn't my first rodeo. Done a couple dry fasts, haven't really documented too much of my own experience through them. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty interesting one because this time I have the most muscle tissue I've ever had. So, here we go. I'll show you guys where I'm at day 1, just so we can track it. And yeah, let's do a little 360. I'll keep you guys updated. Dry fasting can be pretty extreme with its fat loss effects. And personally, I find it a bit easier as long as I'm not doing like strenuous activity or anything. But yeah, keep it going. So one of my favorite things to do when I'm fasting is take long walks. So this is pretty much gonna be the only form of exercise that I'm aware of that's like comfortably safe while you're dry fasting. I've even pushed myself walking a little too far in the past in very high heat summers. But right now I'm here at the coast in Spain. There's a nice breeze. It's not too bad, honestly, in terms of the climate for this kind of dry fast. I'm taking it a little bit easy today. Been kind of a home day, been making some content and stuff, but I'm here on my my third little walk. The first one was pretty long, about an hour long. Kind of just went down all the way to the end of this little coast. You might not be able to see it from here, but there's some rocks that kind of you can't see past. Once you get past that, there's no little beach. And so that's where I went, just to meditate, take some time to myself. I was listening to some Oliver Tree as well. Today's, I think, the 16th or the 17th. Oliver just recently passed away in the helicopter crash, and it's been a little rough. I was a really big fan. He was more than just a musician for me. He was also like kind of an internet personality, a bit of a comedian. So, but it is what it is. I can appreciate a lot of his music that I never did before. Now that, you know, I know he won't be making any more music. So, but anyways, yeah, today is gonna be the first day. Just getting shy of 24 hours now of being dry. I'm a little over 24 hours in terms of fasting in general. But today is a hard dry fast. Tomorrow I'm actually gonna get in the water. I've heard it can dehydrate you more. So I'm gonna be a little cautious today. My body is obviously still adapting. Don't wanna cause it too much stress. So tomorrow I'll transition to like a wet dry fast, to where, or sometimes they call it a soft dry fast, to where I will still shower after the ocean. So that's gonna give me some contact with fresh water. But I'm hoping that the ocean water can at least balance that out, and I can net overall maintaining a similar hydration status as just a regular hard dry fast. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'm curious how my physique updates will go. I would like to be pretty defined, or at least as defined as I used to be at my highest level when I wasn't as muscular. A few years ago, about 3 years ago, this is when I reached like my aesthetic peak before getting injured. So yeah, it's been a kind of a journey. The dry fast is more than just for weight loss. It's also for the mental health benefits, the spiritual benefits, as well as the physical benefits beyond the weight loss, such as like reutilizing excess skin, which I have from losing 100 pounds when I was younger, as well as the autophagy and the inflammation aspects of a dry fast. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I think that should be good for now. There is one more thing that I did want to share about my mentality in this fast. Because hey, obviously I'm in Spain right now. I'm usually living in Florida, and a lot of people, my family and friends and stuff, when they hear that I'm dry fasting here in Spain, of all places, they're kind of thinking like, what, are you crazy? The food there, right? Like, you're missing out on the food there. But although the food here is fantastic, don't get me wrong, like, there's more to life than just the food, right? Or more to a culture than just the food. You know, don't get me wrong, I king out here, you know, I enjoy the food while I'm here, but taking 3 days out of a 14-day vacation to like focus on my spiritual growth, my physical growth, and my mental development is a lot more important than just 3 days of mindless, I'm hungry so I'm gonna eat, in my opinion. But on top of that, it also, that like the mindset of like, oh, you're missing out on the food while you're there, like the food is the best part, maybe some might say. And although like a lot of people will travel for food, and honestly like I would too, that's one of the main reasons I like being here, to have like Iberico pork for super cheap. But you know, you're missing out on like the aspect of like, hey, you know, there's so much nature, the air is so much cleaner, you know. When you're dry fasting, like, at least for me, it almost puts me in a psychedelic state where more mundane things have a deeper meaning. And so like, even me just touching a tree, or being in the presence of a tree, or like being on the ocean, or even getting to swim in the ocean while dry fasted, like, I can't describe it. It's like the dopamine that you'd get from the food doesn't go away. It gets reallocated towards other things in your life, because our bodies were designed to go days, weeks without food. I'm not gonna go as far as water, because in, you know, a survival situation, probably couldn't go too long without water. Right now, obviously, I'm in the comfort of a civilized society, so that's not really a factor here. But yeah, that dopamine does not go away, guys. Like, music is so much richer. Like I said, I was like listening to Oliver Tree's music and a lot of other music as well. And yeah, just, I don't know, I feel like I'm at peace. Like, I don't really think about the food nor the water too much. Granted, I'm pretty experienced with dry fasting, but yeah, I just wanted to share. It's not torture, guys. You can look at the negative, or you can look at the positive. And I choose to look at the positive when I'm dry fasting, and I think it's gonna give me better effects. So it's my second day of the dry fast. It was a little rough last night at times, especially on the second day. I find the sleeping aspect can be a little rough, not gonna lie. So anyways, here's where I like to meditate in the morning. I'm gonna go out to one of these rocks right here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna go out to one of these rocks and just kind of vibe. Try to get like 10 minutes of meditation in. Helps me center myself, helps me kind of remove myself from my body's feelings of obviously hunger or thirst. I know that I can get past this, so it's just a mind over matter kind of thing. But yeah, your cortisol does spike pretty significantly during a dry fast. It's just kind of the way things go, and that's kind of what prevents you from sleeping the best. So let's see, hopefully I get some good sleep tonight. If I don't, I might be tempted to break my dry fast, just 'cause I don't want to get sick or anything. Granted, I really doubt that would happen, but yeah, it's good to be cautious, not gonna lie, especially when you're jet lagged and everything. But yeah, this place is a vibe, major vibe. I think I was right over there yesterday, in that spot right there. But I think I'm gonna go for this spot today. Seems pretty cool. Hey, so wanted to check back in for the end of my dry fast. So I am now officially over 72 hours in to the dry fast. It's been a little challenging. I've been taking a lot of time to go and do long walks, just kind of maximize the fat burning potential of this fast, although it's not the only benefits I've been looking for. I actually remineralized a cavity that was forming, so let's see if it stays that way. As well as I was trying to get rid of some like loose skin that I've had from like losing weight in the past. So I'll just do like a quick little show of where I'm at now in terms of my physique at the end of the dry fast. So I can finally start seeing my abs again, which is nice, and there's definitely some more definition, but I am still pretty deflated from the dry fast. You're actually going to be, what do you call it, depleted on glycogen. Your body is just going to kind of take as much water as it can from anywhere during a dry fast. So I'm pretty happy with my results. I could go longer, but I do feel like it is a stressor on the body. I haven't been sleeping the best the last couple days. So yeah, I think it went long enough. Longer dry fasts take more precaution when breaking and refeeding. So for me, I think the sweet spot is 3 days. Granted, I haven't done longer than 3 days. That's more for like medical benefits. If I was dealing with some chronic issues, I would probably give it a try. But right now, main reasons I did this: body recomp, obviously the tooth thing, and just overall like kind of like an inflammatory check-in, right? Just trying to maintain, and you know, it's more of like a maintenance thing in terms of just autophagy, getting rid of the skin, and it's good for the mentality. Because I've only ever done one 3-day dry fast before, so getting a second 3-day in is it's nice. It's definitely easier than the last times, probably due to my body being more adapted and me being less scared. So there was no headaches, nothing like that. There were moments of low energy, especially when I was taking long walks. I'd have to like sit down and just take a minute, a breather, you know, to recatch my energy, my stride. You know, there was a moment today where my vision started kind of like I was getting a little dizzy, you know. I could tell probably a little hypoxic in the brain from like getting up too fast or something like that. So, oh, I don't know why I zoomed in. But yeah, I'll check back in after my refeed. I'm gonna be rehydrating with this volcanic origin water you can find here in Spain. And yeah, I'm gonna be limiting the sodium. The body has some mechanisms to preserve sodium and electrolytes. So I'm just gonna try to keep it really clean, minimal salt, bone broth, kefir, kefir, and sardines, that kind of stuff. But yeah, feeling good, excited to get a pump.
Yo, so I am 78 hours and 40 minutes and such into my dry fast. So finally, I will be breaking it with some Galician water, one of my favorite waters I've found in Spain while I was living in Galicia. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna enjoy. Wow, that's hitting. That's hitting. I'm gonna enjoy this very slowly, very much so. Guys, don't underestimate how good water tastes and go without water. Would recommend to anyone a dry fast just for this experience alone, getting rehydrated. Well, you are hydrated during a dry fast, so maybe just the experience of being externally hydrated after yeah, so long.
So at long last, I will be breaking my fast completely. So last night I rehydrated. Actually took me like 3 hours to like really feel hydrated again, because you can only drink like 500 milliliters of water every hour. So you really gotta pace yourself. Even though I drank like 40 or 500 milliliters in 45 minutes, I started cramping up in my stomach. So just, take it slow. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys my fasting app. So 17 hours plus 78 and 40 minutes. 17 plus 78.16. So about 95 hours of fasting. I could push it to 100, but why? I'm actually starting to feel a bit hungry. So I'm gonna have some bone broth. I'm prepping some like shrimp. So just keeping it real lean for the next couple days, trying to let my body still process like any excess fats and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to spike my insulin too high. So like the most I'll do with carbs is like a piece of fruit. Pretty much, yeah, just 1 or 2 pieces of fruit. I'll probably do some watermelon either tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, keep you guys tuned in. I want to show off where my body's at in terms of like my abs and stuff. It's definitely coming back. So, I mean, obviously you can see in my face I've lost some weight, but I haven't weighed myself or anything. I've just kind of been going by my abs. So I still have some weight to lose. So I'm just gonna be sticking to a real healthy diet. I'll still be cutting a little bit, but I'm gonna enjoy myself while I'm here in Spain in moderation. Hey y'all, so I just completed my first workout after the dry fast, and I'm here on vacation, so I'm just gonna show off like what you can do with just basic shit that covers all your bases. Like you don't need any fancy protein powders, this or that. You can just go with like whole foods, So like I said, instead of like the protein powder, I'm actually gonna go for some goat kefir. So this is without any fat. Just this is what I prefer after a workout. You want to have the fats. In my case, like in the morning, I do carb backloading, and you can see here if it focuses in that it's a very significant amount of protein. There's about I would say about 20 grams in this whole thing. So I'm about to go eat lunch and such. So this is just kind of like something to get my stomach full of something to digest at the very least. And I do like to top it with a little bit of honey. I did have some like fruits for like some berries for flavor, but here they go bad like within a day or two, so you gotta eat them the same day. That was my mistake. But yeah, just some honey, some kefir for the protein, the carbs, and then I also will do some fruit salad to replace those fruits that went bad. But yeah, I'll have some like pineapple and such. Helps with digestion of the proteins. But yeah. And last thing I like to show off is the quinoa. So this is some puffed quinoa. So this is just like, again, like very fast digesting carbs. When you puff up the grain, it makes it much easier to digest, and it kind of hits your blood sugar like much faster, which in most cases isn't ideal. But since I just finished workout, having some protein, first protein of the day, it actually is pretty beneficial. So yeah, it's also for the, obviously for the epi steroids component.